All right, bro. I mean, you've been through a lot the last little while, and we were wondering if you were going to get your shine. And you came in with a lunch pail attitude, and really, I talked on a radio broadcast about your energy defensively, and your hands were in there, and you were moving your feet. How did you feel out there tonight, man?
I felt great. Like you just said, it was pretty tough, especially with my injury and stuff. But I worked hard, stay ready, stay in the moment, try to be a great teammates every day, and I just rise to the occasion.
There was one play in the game, and I call it the Canadian connection, and I think it was AJ driving and gave you that dish, and you just smashed that home. I mean, having two Canadians, and I always say it, 905, I love it when they have Canucks on the team, but talk about your cohesion and your chemistry with AJ.
Yeah, I mean, it's just my brother. I mean, not just on the court, off the court, cracking jokes, talking about sports, anything like. So I'm just, like I said, I'm really just grateful to be back out there. It was pretty tough, like I said, and I'm grateful. I have no words.
Take us through your performance in the fourth. Like I brought it up on the broadcast. You drew a couple fouls. You had that crazy dunk. You had the dagger three, and it just everything seemed to be working. What was
I was
going?
Just confident. I was just ready. I was not expecting to play that much today. They told me before the game I was about to play like 8 minutes. I played in play groups for 20 minutes before the game, so I think I played well, and I'm just, like I said, happy to be back.
You know that Delaware is going to come back tomorrow. Sorry, one more. Delaware is going to want to break the record tomorrow again. The joy, but also challenges of back-to-back games.
Yeah, we gotta make sure we watch film, stay together, communicate. There's a lot of things that we have to clean up. Tomorrow they're gonna come back and try to beat us, so we gotta be ready. We want to keep it rolling. 11-0. We want to be 12-0, so we gotta take care of business tomorrow and just make sure we're locked in.
Man, talk about that win. It looked like Delaware had a big run there towards the end, and you guys kept the streak going. Was that in the back of your minds? It was just, as Coach said, just execute no matter what.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a game of runs, and it's hard for me to focus right now. Yeah, we knew it was going to be a game of runs, and we knew we had one more in us. We didn't have our best game for 48 minutes, and we just know that we had to dig deep and pull out and get another win, and that's what we did tonight.
Obviously, you're a national champion. You're a winner. What does the streak mean for you guys as far as, setting a new G League record with 11 in a row, man?
I mean, whenever, as competitors, as athletes, like you always set your mind to things, but that wasn't one of them. But now it's achievable, and we just want to keep raising the bar to 12, 13, 14, 15, or whatever, how many games we continue to win. But that was never the mindset. But we always were trying to get better each and every day, improving every game. That's what we're doing.
Alijah, you made your NBA debut this week. Just talk about any exhale of that. I mean, you, probably from the time you were 4 years old, you thought about that moment. What kind of personal exhale did you have after achieving that?
It was a good one. It was a good exhale. But what's probably going to stick with me forever is I missed a layup. That I could have got 2 points or whatever. But I was just blessed to be in that opportunity.
What was your favorite part of his double-double tonight?
Favorite part? Yeah, I mean, I just love playing against it. I just play. I miss. He making me nervous. I just love playing with Chucky. So, my favorite play was he threw the lob, J Moore. But 17 and 15 is incredible.
How was it playing against Broom again?
You messy. You messy. Next question. Next question.
Just a turnaround. Obviously, we saw you played a number of minutes last night with the Raptors, and having the high of and the emotions of especially that fourth quarter today. What has the last 24 hours been like for you?
It's been a little crazy. We got arrested this morning. Taking care of my sons when I can, and just turn around. Obviously, we got opportunity again tomorrow to play more basketball, so got to get more rest tonight.
Is it fun and a little bit of motivation to know you guys are kind of being hunted right now by teams trying to break your record?
we're the hunters. You know, we don't even look at the record right now. You know, we're just taking it day by day, keep stacking days, and you know, it'll play out itself.
Talk about the energy Quincy came with today. I mean, obviously, Coach talked about him, you know, being out and unfortunately injured early, but he seemed to like really carry the team through a stretch.
Yeah. Man, he was incredible tonight. You know, I told him that in the fourth quarter, and you know, really, that whole second unit, they were great. The whole 3 quarters, they were able to carry us. And you know, the first group lacked energy, and second unit came in, and you know, they brought it. And you know, that's why we were able to have the lead. You know, throughout the 3 quarters of the game. And fourth quarter, we were able to fight energy to go close that out. But you know, credit to Quincy and that second group for keeping us in the game.
Are you liking the snow up here, man?
You said what?
Are you liking the snow?
I was in Wisconsin for 3 years, so this ain't nothing to me.
Thank you, guys.
Performance and how they really.
Incredible. Their energy, their physicality, their force, their execution. It just shows, you know, the work that they put in behind the scenes. That's a connected group. And you saw in that first and in that third quarter, our starters struggled a little bit, and that's when we rely on everybody. And those guys were incredible.
Quincy was just speaking about what this meant to the organization, but also him, you know, he missed some games. He was here last year, seeing the turnaround, but also just the effort that Quincy had and how he impacted the game.
I mean, he's a pro, right? Went down in training camp, very unfortunate. A big-time piece for our team on both ends. But he stayed ready, you know, in our stay ready groups that we call them. He had 20 strong minutes of live 2-on-2 and 3-on-3 before the game, and then goes out and has that performance. So just a testament to his work ethic, and then also his teammates putting him in position to do well.
2 words I heard you say over and over again was pace and discipline. Looking into tomorrow's game, even kind of trying to switch that so it is more consistent.
Yeah, I think especially during a back-to-back, we got to be a little more cognizant of how we run and when we run. So we got to be disciplined and taking care of the ball and executing the half court. Still going to play our brand of basketball. We're still going to fly up the court. AJ's still going to be a greyhound in transition. We're still going to be physical and aggressive defensively, but I think tomorrow we got to come out with a lot more poise and a lot more discipline.
I know the job is not done, but you did make G League history with this win. Are you able to kind of appreciate the moment?
I do, and I think more so than the moment is just appreciating our guys. I think the work that they put in, the standard that they uphold every single day, I think that's what I'm most proud of. You know, records are there to be broken, and I'm sure it will be one day, but I think this is a testament to our guys, their work ethic, their commitment, and our standard.
Drew, when we spoke Wednesday, we talked about you know, your role of developing players. Alijah Martin, NBA debut this past week. Talk about any personal pride in seeing that?
Absolutely. That's why we're here. All right, like we're here to develop talent. We're here. Our purpose is to serve the Raptors, and we do that through developing talent. And those guys have been incredible all season. Chucky was awesome today. 17 points, 15 assists. Really aggressive defensively, active hands with steals. You see how physical Alijah is getting downhill. His shooting has been incredible all season. Really shooting it well with his feet set. So, you know, AJ, J-Mo, all those guys they're developing. And I appreciate the work and the effort they put in every night.
So after them having that, sorry guys, one more. After them having that opportunity, do you kind of have to work extra hard to maybe motivate them before here when they're back with you?
The standard's the standard, whether it's with the Raptors or with 905, and they understand that. So, and we don't expect anything less. When they're with the Raps, you know, Darko has his standard, and when we're at the 905, we have our standard as well. So that's the standard that we uphold, and they live up to it.
You thought maybe they'd be a little bit tired, some of the guys that played up with the Raptors, but they kind of held it down. The guys that were playing those minutes up with the big club, you know, and they held it down, the 905 guys as well.
Everybody's tired. Everybody's tired. Everybody's fatigued, right? But in those moments, the details decide, you know, who wins. And despite the fatigue, we got to execute. You know, and that's the part of being a pro that a lot of people don't talk about, right? It's a long NBA season, much longer than the G League season. So if these guys expect, and they will, to play at that level, then this is what we have to grow through.